today is yet again another beautiful brand new day. It snowed yesterday, so that was a lot of fun. It's not going to last for very long. The sun is shining very bright today, and I think it eventually is going to get warmer, but I don't know. I don't know the weather, but it's pretty great. I don't have to go anywhere today. I don't have to do anything. So I'm looking forward to working on some painting. I'm probably going to work on my quilt finally. I have all my pieces cut out. I just need to start sewing it together. The big news is I'm temporarily fostering a cat. She's not gonna come up here. Let's see if I can get her. Come here. There she is, just eating her food. It's her favorite thing to do is eat. I mean, because look at her. She kind of needs it. Why don't you show everyone your adorable face? Hi. Look at me. Isn't that purr? She loves it. She loves being pet. She just does not like being touched on her belly. You can pick her up. At least I have been able to. You just have to be very cautious and make sure you're paying attention. Do it gently. Don't just grab her or anything. Nothing sudden. But for picking up a stray, I got a pretty good one, to be honest. Hello. I finally have lots of time off. It's been good. We're kind of winding down and slowing down for the season at work. I am having like my first long weekend, which is 4 days off, which is really nice. So I spent the first half, I like partied with some friends. But today I was just finally got my life down in order. I deep cleaned my whole apartment. So today I am like winding down. The new season of The Crown just came out, so I watched the first episode of that this morning. It was really nice. I'm still working on the same projects as far as knitting. I think I'm gonna start casting on something else because I'm having a lot of free time come up. So then my majority will be like my quilts and then a handful of knitting projects. I'm realizing that I need to start working on Christmas projects. I'm not going all out, but I want to make just a couple little tiny things for some people. I make a list of the people I know who will appreciate a handmade gift, and those are the people that get something. So I have to start thinking about that this week because it's coming up so soon. I can't believe like Thanksgiving is next week. I still have a cat. Oh, you can't see her. She's hiding. She's on a chair. So I still have a cat. That means we have 3 too many. So she's really sweet though, and she's like warmed up. She comes and she sleeps in my lap now, which like when you try to like give her attention, she's just very active and she like moves around and she wants to be pet and she purrs and she's happy, but she likes it on her own terms for sure. So when she comes up and she like wants to sit in your lap, you're like, who has blessed me this day? It's amazing. There's something else that I was gonna work. Oh, I was gonna hang up my Inktober's finally. I think I'm gonna do them over that chair on that side of the wall and hang up some of them. Some of them I don't think so, but I might put all of them up just for reflection and just remembrance.
trash. His favorite thing.
Please excuse my rather tired face today. I was just very exhausted. I think I woke up extra early, and then I had some events that just pooped me out. Lots of thinking today. I think tonight I'm actually going to be working on some Christmas cards. I had these printed last year. They're watercolors that I did, but they all need to be embellished a little bit, and I finished them off with metallic pen just to give them a little something extra. I made sure that they're signed, that they get a pretty decorated envelope. I jazzed them up. I made them look good. And then I'm sending them off to a friend who requested them. So that is something that I need to get done because I want to try to mail those to her this week. I just got inspired to recast on some socks, which might be happening. I just have like a really good idea to just do super simple socks. This was a old sock pattern that I like re-knit, and I ended up hating it. I think I talk about it in one of my vlogs. But I'm gonna tear this out, start over. I have an idea for what I'm gonna do. I was just gonna do ribbing down the front, so like business socks, which would be nice. And then I was going to start working on designing a mitten pattern with all these random scraps that I have of, I think most of this is Wool of the Andes by Knit Picks. So it's a worsted weight yarn. But I have all these like really nice colors that go together. So I was gonna work with that and kind of see what I could do. They're both not gonna match because I don't think I have enough for, maybe they're gonna be fingerless gloves. So we'll see, but I have some fun ideas for them, and that's what these needles are for. So we'll see. So what's up? I'm doing a sewn bind off on my hat Dana, and I'm watching art restoration videos on YouTube. Just your typical Sunday night. Good morning. This morning light is always very intense in this room. Can you guys see my Inktovers over my head? I finally put them on my wall. So this is my first update in a little bit of a while. Life has been really crazy and busy. And actually today I'm going to be heading home for the holiday since Thanksgiving is this week. So I cast off my hat Dana, which was really nice. So it's blocking. I think it's a little too small, but I'm going to make it work. I think with it being blocked and stretching it out a little bit, it's going to be okay. And it's gonna fit like really nice and snug and like hold all my hair on, which I think is what I need it to do because of this. I'm working on my Morgan cardigan slowly but surely. I feel like I'm finally advancing because I got through like the first long part. I'm gonna do some back shaping and then I do the pockets on the front. Making good progress with that, even if it's very slow progress. So a little update on my Morgan cardigan. I'm finally making some good progress. I literally just started on the pockets. And then I found out that I'm a little bit off on my stitch count. I'm just gonna fudge it and make it work. It's only like 2 stitches off, so I think I just might have accidentally cast on for the wrong size or something like that. I don't know. I'm a little confused, but it shouldn't affect it too much. It should still look great. So I'm getting closer and closer to the end of the body. Probably still like roughly 10 inches to go, but I'm getting there. quilts, and I'm doing what some of you might know, for those of you who quilt, it's called chain piecing. So I'm doing the same thing over and over again to all of these pieces and just adding these little corners. So now the fun part is separating them. So there's one. So this is probably about a quarter of the squares that I have for my quilt right here. And so they all still have yet to get all 4 corners done. So that's one corner. Just to show kind of the amount of work that goes into a quilt and the time it takes to make a quilt top. It just sort of depends on your personality, how interested you are in quilting. For me, I'm a super beginner quilter. This is only like the second one I've ever done in my entire life. Actually, technically my third, but whatever. We're not gonna get into semantics here. Anyway, I'm no expert. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm actually mostly making it up or just trying to like remember what I did with my previous quilt. I'm trying to take a bit more time with each piece, making sure that they're all cut properly, that they're not super wonky, that I'm trying to, sewing them as evenly as possible so it doesn't look too terrible once I put it all together. I'm trying to just, like I said, take a little bit more time, make sure things line up, because the last time I did this quilt, things were sort of janky. Actually, my sister has a quilt. I gave it to her when she had her baby, which is an impressive thing that I did, but I did not have a job at that point in my life, and I had lots of downtime. Now, I'm mostly just doing it because I do have downtime, or at least a little bit more than I used to, and it's just a really nice winter project to get to enjoy. It's gonna be cute. Look at that. And I think I'm also gonna really make sure I take time ironing all these pieces out and making sure that they're crisp edges. Chain piecing is super fun. It goes really quickly and you kind of just like do-do, do-do, do-do and run it through the machine. So it makes something like this where you have a lot to do go by rather quickly. Another update. So this is Sunday the 1st of December. It's amazing. It's actually a pretty beautiful day. I should probably go for a walk or something. Anyway, so this marks the day that my husband leaves for 2 weeks, so I'm here alone for a little bit anyways. I do have some people visiting, so I'm planning out a lot of things to do, and since it's also December, Christmas is coming, so I have a lot of things regarding that I want to do, and I actually might do a little bit of Christmas decoration shopping today. Target always has like really beautiful things that I always want, so I might go in there. I have to set myself to a very strict limit though, because I could spend a lot of money and I don't want to spend like any money. So we'll see, but it might just be something that'll make me feel good, and then I was going to decorate for Christmas, maybe play some Christmas music. I love Christmas. I have been wearing this shawl, which is essentially a blanket. It's just a triangle shape, so it just sits really well over you around the house, like for the past 3 days. It's amazing. This was such a great make. This is the Shift shawl. It's by Andrea Mowry. Name's gonna be down there. And then really quick, I just finished these fingerless gloves. And I also just wore them for the past hour because I put them on and then I just wore them. I think they turned out really well. I was not expecting, it's just scrap yarn. I wasn't expecting what I got out of them. So I'm really happy and excited about that. So, and now it's kind of later in the evening and I'm going to do something that I've been meaning to do, and that is keep working on my quilt. So I have like had it as a goal to just like sit down in the evening and work on my quilt, and for some reason I just wasn't getting there. I always gravitate towards the couch and then either half-heartedly work on a knitting project or just like watch a movie until I'm tired and I fall asleep. So I'm trying to focus on making it a relaxing experience. So I'm going to listen to a book. I just brewed some peppermint tea and now I'm gonna try to do at least like half an hour to 45 minutes because it is late and I do need to go to bed. So yeah, so I think that's gonna be a good evening treat to start looking forward to. Apologize for the low light, but here's what I'm working on right now. Look at how tiny that is. I am working on the pattern. Is it scintillation? Sorry. Scintillation. These little stars. Planning on using them as gifts for Christmas. So it's been really interesting, a little bit frustrating to figure out how this pattern works. It's very different, so unique construction. I got really angry last night at it, but today I am having some success. So I'm almost finished with my first one. I'm going to use it as the star on my Christmas tree. So we'll see. I'll update you later. This one's very tiny, little guy. It's very cute though. So you just stuff it full of polyfill or whatever you want to use as stuffing. And I'm really enjoying how they turn out and the look. The construction is just brilliant. But, oh, this yarn is so tight and so hard on the hands. So I have 2 more to make. And I'm like, I think that might be it. And that's all that I have in me. Okay, so remember how I said I wasn't buying any more yarn? Well, I lied, and I bought more yarn. So it's actually yarn that I need in order to finish a sweater that I'm working on. So it's fair, but what's not fair about this yarn is that they were like, you get a little bit more money off if you buy a little bit more yarn. And so I bought some extra yarn, which I don't need and I don't have any plans for, but that's besides the point. I wanted to try it, so let's look at it and let's see what it's like. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. Alright, so this is the first stuff that I got. I'm already noticing some interesting things. So this is Peachy by Malabrigo. It's their Rio's color, or their Rio space. And I have been using this to knit a sweater. Oh, it's actually right here. Let me show you. If you guys remember or not. It's this bad boy right here with the stitch of the mohair. I still have to wait until the mohair comes into stock because that's actually what I need more of. But I thought while there was Thanksgiving sales going on and such, that I would pick up some of this. And so I think it was a pretty good deal. And while that was going into my cart, so was a little bit of this. This is Let Lopi wool, which I've heard a lot of people talk about. This is a little bit different than the stuff that's like not really actually spun. It's more like just plain wool. This is more spun, and this is just very hardy. It's kind of gonna be a little itchy, but I thought it might make some fun stuff. I'm not quite sure how much I can make of this. It's all fingering weight. But I have this gray color, and then I have 2 skeins of this yellow color. But I thought it might be really nice for something color work. We'll see. I'm not crazy impressed. I thought this color was going to be a lot brighter. It's much more brown mud color, but it'll still go. It's a nice contrast with the gray, which is totally fine. I thought it was going to be more mustard yellow. We'll see what I do with this. Maybe I'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll make slippers with this and I'll just hold it double. That could be really cute. Ooh. And I'm just saying that because it's not something that you really want on your touching your skin. It's going to be pretty itchy. That's why I'm like, either a sweater, you don't really want a cowl or a hat. Might be slippers. Okay, that's all. I think this is going to be the last update, but I finished a lot of projects, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited to start new projects. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere with my Morgan cardigan. I've worked on my quilt. All in all, it was a good month. I think it was rather successful as far as crafting goes. Christmas is next week, so I'm trying to wrap up my little gifts. I don't know if I showed you a finished one, but this is a finished star. I don't know, I did a lot of artwork, which is really nice. I changed up my art wall over here. I made it a little winter themed. I got like a snowflake and some stars and some Christmas stuff. So that's really nice. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate that you take time out of your day to hang out with me for 30 to 40 minutes, however long this video is. It's lovely to hear from you and to read your comments. I really appreciate that. You can always find me at Instagram at GAQuaid, which is my personal, or at Making Useless Things, which is my crafting and knitting and art Instagram. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas holiday and a New Year's holiday, or whatever holiday you celebrate at this time of year. Props to you if you don't celebrate any. Alright, that's it for this video.